Hey everyone, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. I'm trying to avoid, an elephant in a room. Not really want to avoid it. I want to address some of the important things with comics and with activism and with online internet culture in general. All of this seems to have really hit home this weekend. I wanted to go over a few things here. Okay, so maybe you remember this campaign, Deadbeats. All right. Deadbeats, I had some criticisms for Deadbeats. I know a lot of people had some criticisms for Deadbeats, and I know a lot of people, once the book came out, roasted it, mocked it, circulated it. I don't know, whatever else. They used freedom of speech in multiple ways here. All right, so here's the thing. This is a two-way street. We've got to be able to agree on this. There is a two-way street when it comes to freedom of speech. I don't want to go and cancel Deadbeats. I don't want to go and make sure that books like this cannot exist and that they cannot be crowdfunded or cannot go through any kind of publisher. And this will go with any single comic book anywhere. All right. If there is a publisher willing to put the money down and take the financial risk in order to do it and make it happen, more power to them. Now, the other part of this then, the other side of that two-way street, I don't have to read it, okay? I also, can roast it just like many people have. You have the freedom to do that. This is the only real acceptable way to function in, the world in general in a free country, and especially in comics. This is the only way to do it. And so I'll tell you, the reason that I got into comics and getting into Comicsgate and talking about these kinds of things that I thought were important for me has always been the intersection of politics and comic books. And I find that extremely fascinating and, interesting enough that I've made videos for over a year straight, mostly every day, in order to talk about this kind of stuff. That does not mean that I want to force out any of these creators making these kinds of books. I value freedom of speech more so than I value my individual politics and individual points of view and perspective. I want them to be able to publish their book because, after all, that's what I got into this for. I don't have to say it again probably, but Mark Waid and him interfering with a publishing contract made me so upset that I, wanted to do something about it and add my voice to the discussion, I guess, so to speak. And so I want to also defend anybody's right to be able to make books. I also want to maintain the right to, disagree with books, to have criticisms for books, anything of that nature. Oh, side note, check out this hoodie. Thought I'd try it out. I don't know. We'll see. It's really comfortable. Like it so far. I looked up Amy Schumer cringe because I've got a point I want to make. Oh boy, this is cringy. I'm going to play just this little clip for you.
My name's Lena Dunham, and I'm here to interview Hillary Rodham Clinton.
It's not in our schedule. Who did you speak with about this?
Flurry?
Excuse me?
Flurry Darrelson?
Who's Flurry Darrelson?
Flurry Darrelson Parsons. He's new. He's the head of strategic counseling and exercise, so he said I could.
Hey, Gray. We're just going.
Lena!
Hi!
Dunham!
Yes!
Hey.
Amy!
Hey! Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I'm just here to try to interview Hillary. How are you?
Oh my god, I'm about to go see her. You want to meet Hillary?
Yeah.
Come with.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in. You. It's okay.
All right, that is comedy. So they tell me that is comedy. I apologize. I should have probably put a trigger warning ahead of time. I know it was cringy. It was cringy as all get out, but I didn't make it. Now, would I want to go? Honestly, Amy Schumer is so insufferable to me. Lena Dunham is too. So getting them both in the same video, that's just fantastic. Now, having said that, I don't want to make it so that Amy Schumer is forced to never do any comedy skits ever again. That is not my goal. What I'd rather do is have her, be able to have access to the free market if Comedy Central or whoever on earth is paying the money in order for her to post these kinds of things, make videos, produce videos, that's just fine. If she can find somebody to do it, that's great. And if customers want to purchase it and they find that kind of thing funny, or I don't know, it reaches whatever kind of abyss within somebody's heart that they want to reach, that's great. More power to you. I still think that it's trash. It's not funny. And it's insufferable. But I still think that Amy Schumer should continue to have the right to be able to make garbage comedy. Now, YouTube recently came out with an adjustment to their terms. And as soon as I saw the email, as a YouTube creator, I saw the email, I saw that they were changing their terms and services. And the first thing I thought of was, oh no, this is not going to be good for me, because I'm a small time YouTube creator. And YouTube has demonstrated a trend where they make things more and more difficult to even become monetized. And then once you are monetized, they make it very, very difficult to keep your videos monetized. They will find any single excuse that they can to demonetize it or limit the ad revenue that you can possibly get from a video. That has made things very, very tough. And I know during the Vox ad apocalypse, that affected me in a really hard way over the summer. And in their terms of services, their new terms of services, they essentially said if your channel is not considered commercially viable, and whatever measuring stick they're using to decide what is and what is not commercially viable, I do not know the answer to that. But if you're not making them enough money, they can cancel your entire channel, not just one video, your entire channel. You are done making YouTube videos. So for smaller creators, that makes things incredibly difficult. And I don't know what else to do. YouTube is really trying to force a certain perspective. They're trying to control the narrative that is allowed and what kinds of people are allowed on YouTube and are allowed to have a voice on their platform. Now, this is a really sticky issue because you're talking about a private entity that decides what they're publishing. Now, I've already said before, I think if you're a comic book publisher and you want to publish SJW trash, you have the right to do that. But that is also under the same assumption that you're going to allow people from the far right to publish whatever kind of books they want to, and literally anything and everything in between that can find some kind of viable way to make their books and get them out to customers. YouTube is its own platform, but there's nothing else like it. And if it is controlling, it is going to clamp down even further on who's able to make videos, what topics you're able to make videos about, and how much money you're able to make, if any at all. This is a speech issue. All right. This is something that I think you're free to talk about, and it's good to talk about it. There's one more point, and if we scroll down and we look at the comment section, this I also consider free speech. This has gotten me into some personal trouble lately. And in fact, every time I've gotten in trouble for having this YouTube channel over the past, 13, 14 months that I've had this YouTube channel, it wasn't anything that I actually said in my videos. It wasn't, titles of videos or anything like that. It was actually you all in the comments section. And so I remember the first time somebody said something that was pretty nutty in the comments section. I responded to it in what I thought was a pretty professional way, and that started circulating on the internet. Maybe you know who Renfamous is. She took on that and started calling me transphobic and all this kind of stuff because of one commenter in my comment section. Now, sometimes people like to make fun of me. And when I got into this, you might think I'm naive, but I'm not so naive to think that I'm immune from it. Everybody that has a YouTube channel or puts themselves out there gets made fun of. It just happens. My hair gets made fun of. My appearance, I guess I look young, sound young, all that kind of stuff, that gets made fun of. And of course, the intro music to this video gets made fun of. I consider that all fair game and free speech, just like I reserve the right to roast or have an opinion on any kind of comic book that comes out. I also think you have the right to comment on this video. I don't like to delete comments from the comment section. In fact, I have never deleted a comment from my comment section. I just allow them to be and allow other commenters in the comment section to sort of work it out. You can argue amongst yourself. That to me is a free speech zone, or at least as much as I can possibly make it, unless there's some certain things you can say that'll get the channel in serious trouble. All right, where it crosses the line. I don't know all the legality of any of this. I think that this is ridiculous, and I wish that we could agree that there are some kinds of speech that it's just not cool or off limits, and that has more to do with the place. Maybe you remember the protesting mob that was outside of Tucker Carlson's home. This was last year. They were members of Antifa. They went to his home to protest. They scared his wife and family, and they were very worried. It was dark. It was late at night, dark, and they're chanting like nut jobs in front of his house. This is off limits. I wish that we could agree on that. I think this is pretty basic. If you don't like something that I say, let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Let me know anywhere that you possibly want to let me know, except at my home. You don't get that right. Okay, I don't know what the laws are, but that's not cool. We got to agree on that much. I have no plans in policing comments. If you say something that is ridiculous that's going to get my channel removed, then, obviously I'm going to have to address it. And that's not my rules. Those are YouTube rules. Besides that, I don't want to be policing comments in the comment section. People are going to be mean. They're going to be nasty. They do it to people that I talk about in these videos, and they do it to me as well. I see the comments. I go back, especially, the comments a day or two later, after a video has been posted. I usually get more antagonistic comments, and that's okay. That is life. That is something that I have accepted. And if you are putting yourself out there, this is something that you're also going to have to wrestle with. Now, something like this, again, doxing, putting your home address out for whoever to come and, whatever they want to do. I don't even want to think about it. That is not okay. We have to agree that is beyond freedom of speech. All right, so thank you for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I want to get really back onto the track of doing comics, talking about crowdfunding. I think the next few months are going to be an interesting time in seeing campaigns being fulfilled and a whole lot of other stuff. I've got a lot of ideas for this channel. I want to grow and move forward and give you the kind of content that you come here to watch. And so if you're interested in it, like and subscribe. And the best thing that you can do if you want to support me and the channel is actually go down to the description below this video and join my mailing list. That will put you on the list to be able to find out about when I am launching campaigns, and it'll give you really great secret perks, including discounted perks on Indiegogo campaigns. So please check that out and sign up. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you next time.